Welcome back to the Hope Farm. Chef Adam again. Today we're going to be making ricotta cavatelli with preserved chanterelle mushrooms. We're going to start by making our dough. We're going to start with drained ricotta soprafina. We're going to add 1 egg and about 20 grams of salt. Just gently mix this together. Now what we're trying to do here is we just want to disperse the protein and the fat from the egg within the ricotta. And then we're going to slowly add together our flour. This is 00 refined semolina flour. So we're just going to slowly add that in little bit by bit. And we added a little bit of time to make sure we hydrate the flour with the moisture coming from the ricotta and the egg, so we have a nice homogeneous dough. The nice thing about cavatelli, or Sardinian gnocchi, is that it's got a very rich profile without it being overly heavy. Ricotta is a little bit lighter when it comes to cheese. And it's very utilitarian. So you can do a red sauce, you can do a white sauce, you can do something as classical as broccolini and sausage, or even cacio e pepe. So once you get it to where the flour is incorporated well with the ricotta, you're gonna wanna knead it for about 2 minutes. And the reason that we're gonna knead the dough is we wanna make sure we develop the gluten in it so it has a little bit of a texture, a little bit of a bite to it, and it's not just one kind of soft texture. Once we've shaped our dough, we're gonna wrap it and let it rest for 30 minutes in the cooler. Now we have our rested pasta dough. We're gonna cut a few pieces off. These rectangles we're gonna roll out to about 1 centimeter in thickness, keeping our hands closed, moving from the center outward. Now once we have these nice and rolled out, we're going to cut them into about 3/4 of an inch length. And what we have here, this is called a gnocchi paddle. It's a wooden paddle that's usually dusted in flour and it's got fine ridges in it, and it's how you get the texture on your gnocchi and on your cavatelli. What we'll do is we'll just kind of roll the cavatelli, just like so. And what this does is creates ridges or little pockets that are meant to catch the sauce when you saute them. All right, now that we have our cavatelli formed, we're gonna drop it into lightly salted boiling water. And a lot like gnocchi, we're just gonna cook them until they float. And with cavatelli, I prefer to have them where they're seared and they've got a nice kind of crispy exterior. Caramelizes the fat and the proteins and the pasta itself. So here we have some chanterelles from earlier on in the season. And what we did is we marinated them and then we roasted them hard over fire and then finished them in the jars with oil, a little bit of garden herbs that we picked here, and a little bit of lemon juice. We're gonna start a pan with a little bit of garlic and shallots. Once our garlic and shallots have toasted, go in with some of the pasta. Six pieces of mushrooms. Now we're starting to get a little bit of color on the gnocchis or on the cavatelli. We're gonna go with a little bit of red pepper flake, chives, and then a little parsley and oregano. I like a lot of herbs in it, keeps it fresh and light. We're gonna take just a little bit of that pasta water that we cooked it in. It's got that nice, it's got the flour in there from the pasta itself. It'll help thicken the sauce. Squeeze a lemon, a little bit of butter. And then right at the end, we're gonna add some grana padano. There you have it. It's ricotta cavatelli with preserved chanterelle mushrooms, herbs, and chilies.